Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons linked game. Last episode, Maverick entered into the dungeon number 7, the Explorer's Crypt. And this episode, he will complete the entire dungeon. So, now being a crypt, there's going to be a lot of undead in it. So the boomerang will be very helpful because it can take out these bubbles that fly around. And it can also stun those Stalfoses that throw bones. And they're pretty active in that they dodge sword attacks pretty easily and they jump around a lot. The source of the curse is hidden in darkness. And what that owl means by that is there's a curse in these rooms up ahead. There's 2 of them where it says, "Be gone before the fires go out or else." And if you don't leave by the time the fires go out, you'll be sent back to the beginning of the dungeon. We'll actually find that a little bit useful because we're going to go to the right here and we're going to get a key, and we're going to have to use that key in the second room of the dungeon. That actually saves us time to be caught in the curse and be sent back to the beginning. So thanks to that red ring that we got in the last episode for completing the Golden Beast quest, we can take these Wizrogues in one hit. We get that small key that we need. Like I said, we'll just hang out here in the room, let the fires go out, and we'll be taken back to the beginning. Not so bad here. There's another cursed room, like I said, but this one's on the 2nd floor, so that's obviously a lot more dangerous to not get through. Now we're going to go this way. We're going to get another ring. Defeat all the enemies in here, we get a ring. And we're going to head to the left. And the source of that curse, we're going to find out in these ghosts. There's a ghost brother, ghost sister, and in order to make them appear, we basically have to find their tomb, light up the torches in the tomb, and then they'll come out and fight. And with the red ring, the level 3 sword, and 1 spin charge, we can defeat them in 1 hit, so not a problem. So that was the sister ghost. The brother ghost is downstairs. We'll be heading there now. And all those armor statues, all of them except for 1, come to life when you step near them. You gotta find the one that doesn't come to life and then push that onto the block. Maverick does not have the King of Samara that he had back in Labrina. Another key. The almoses, they can only be defeated with bombs, the magic boomerang, or Bigeron's sword. Boomerang's a good option. Bigeron's sword is good, but I just don't like having to reorganize my inventory. You have to move 2 different things. It takes up both your slots. So we've got a little bit of backtracking to do in this room to the right, or the staircase to the right. Key. We need another key down in the room below. So we're going to get that key here. This room can be very annoying. And that thing is just a little too fast that you can't reach it. If you try to reach it, when you first come down the steps, you'll miss. And these bats, like I said, they're annoying because if they hit you, like I said, they can push you off. And you have to restart the room. And sometimes they can get in the way of that locking onto the that magnetic cylinder. So we have a thing we have to cover every green square except for the middle one. We do that by pushing the buttons in the order that I just shown. And just get another key. Now there's some large gaps over to the right. We need the item from this dungeon before we can pass them. As I mentioned, the dungeon item is the Rocks Cape. Once you get that Rocks Cape, we'll also be able to finish the Hero's Cave. Get another ring. So at the beginning of the dungeon, there was a room, and if you had a hole in the corner, it mimics the fire pit downstairs. But if you just remember where the hole in the floor was, just put the trampoline there, you can hop back up and get the map. So all the floors look like skulls. So this is the other coast room that I mentioned. Be gone before the fires go out, or else. Luckily, just like the room above, the ghost room is nearby. It's actually right across here. Now you have to use the Pegasus seeds here, because in order to light all these torches in time, you have to be able to run fast. And if you light them all, then the ghost will appear. So you hope to break my curse. I'm tougher than my sister. I will stop you. Okay, we'll just charge the sword. Next time I shall leave this crypt. And the mini boss for this dungeon we'll end up having to fight the ghost siblings together. I'd like to call it the mid-boss, but a lot of these dungeons, the mid-boss is almost at the end of the dungeon. It's like that in this dungeon too. Here's a neat little puzzle. We have to defeat these knights, but we can't reach them unless we have a fully powered sword. So what can we do? Well, the knights are in armor. Armor is metal. We use the magnetic gloves to pull them into the pit. That opens the bridge over here. Hit this crystal, and that gets the magnetic spinners up there rotating. Good thing I did all that practice with these spinners in the Hero Cave. This puzzle is much easier compared to that one. There we go. That one's kind of pushed back. And don't be like me, just jump from the side. So, that's okay. Like I said, these puzzles ain't that bad, since I have a lot of practice with them from the Hero's Cave. And we have two trampolines here, a red one and a blue one. Blue, like all previous blue trampolines, only sends you up one floor. The red trampoline is a new gimmick, and that'll send you up 2 floors. You want to take the blue one first to defeat these 2 Stalfoses. That opens the door up there. And then we're going to fall back down, jump on the red trampoline, and you'll see that it takes up 2 floors. And then I'm going to drop down to the floor below, do this hole up here. And I'm doing terrible jumping. It's not good because I'll have to be doing some jumping in the upcoming Hero's Cave, finishing it off. Just wait till we get to the center, and we get the box cape. You can press the button a second time while you're in the air, and you open up the cape, and you fly a little further. So now you don't need a Pegasus seed to make 3 tile jumps. And with the Pegasus seeds, you can make really long jumps. It can be a little bit trickier, though, to make single jumps. You just have to lightly tap the button to still do the single tile jumps. And there'll be a few places where we still need to make those single tile jumps. But here's that backtracking that I said. But now we have the Rocks Cape, so we can make the jumps off to the right side of the next room. So focused on taking out the bats, I forgot to activate my magnetic gloves. So you see why I don't really like this room. Annoying bats. There we go. Avoid these things, and now we can do these 3 tile jumps. You can even jump around whatchamacallit, corners. I I messed up there. Not the best jumper. It's weird to have jumping mechanics in Zelda games. So we got these guys. I fought them before. One way you can do is you can use the magnetic gloves to pull them towards you, or push them away from you and lock them against the wall, and then defeat them like that. Or if you're lucky, you can get them when they're just moving around and hit them with your sword. I made them look much easier than they are. So this is, we need this ball here to stand on this button. Once again, too bad Maverick doesn't have the Cane of Samara that he had over in Oracle of Ages. Could have avoided a lot of these puzzles. So the almost knife has changed. Before it was the one in the upper right there that was the one we pushed. These guys are a good source of seeds and bombs. I used up a lot of my bombs, remember, in the Hero's Cave last episode, just to show off that there's nothing under all those cracked doors or cracked blocks. Alright, we're back here, and we can go back to the coast room. It's now no longer coast. And head further, use that key we just got to unlock the block that was blocking the way. And we're going to be in a room with a bunch of tricky jumps. Try just to hang out up here. Let these floor tiles fly out of the way so they don't mess you up while you're jumping. Okay, so here's, like I said, there's a few tricky single jumps. There you go. And then this is kind of tricky if you go the intended route, but you can just take a shortcut here and skip basically the whole room, or that second part of the room. Let's head on up. So there's a button there we're gonna have to hit. So it's too far though to just use the Roc's Cape. So just like with the Roc's Feather, sometimes you're gonna have to use Pegasus Seeds along with the Roc's Cape to extend larger distances. So these guys gotta be careful with the floor. Those floors crack easily. So the game even gives you a clue there, basically by having a Pegasus Seed underneath the pot there. Jump over. Unlock the door, push this block, and here we have the mini boss. As you can tell from the just the time of the episode, that they're not the mid boss because we're more than halfway through the episode. So just like before, they basically charge at you. Take them out with one spin charge shot. They'll try to blow out the flames. I don't know what happens if they blow out all the flames though. Even without like all these powerful rings and the powerful sword, if you watch my playthrough with Data, I was able to defeat them before they blew out all like lamps. So we got another little maze. I mentioned when I did the playthrough with Data, it reminds me of Star Tropics, the alien spaceship, getting the second cube. I had to be going up and down a whole bunch of staircases. That maze is much bigger, and there was more room between the staircases, so it was a little bit harder to navigate. This one here, pretty simple. You want to get down to the bottom, the southeast corner, and that takes you to the boss, but we still need the boss key in this dungeon. And we'll get that going up this way. Just take another shortcut here, we'll just jump and spin. So gotta be careful, just gotta let off real quick, because see, yeah, crumbling blocks. Safe. And here's an annoying room with to defeat all these enemies to get a key to drop. Luckily the enemies ain't like hard enemies, but the wizards make it annoying because they teleport around, and they never seem to want to, I mean, it's smart, they never want to seem to be on the platform that you're on. You know, so you can easily defeat them. Well, that one was dumb. He decided to stay there. But now this other one, he's going to be a little bit tricky, and as you can see, they're very timed. You know, they're timed. They don't stay out forever. So you almost got to anticipate where they're going to be. Jump quick. And yeah, you got the key. Fortunately, you can't manipulate those blocks over. We'll have to go back this way. Don't stand on that floor tile. This way, now push this block to up. And we have another puzzle coming up. It's a pretty easy one, but so we see 3 buttons and they're statues. One button has 2 statues, one has 3, one has 1. Put it all together. You basically have to hit the button with the 1 statue first, then the one with 2, then the last one with 3. So just gotta make a really long jump. And jump back, and I just like to wait for my Pegasus seed to run out, and then do the light taps because 2 and 3 follow each other. 2, 3, and then I can make a jump right here. And now we have more jumping puzzles to do. So we solved the jumping puzzle to get another jumping puzzle. You don't really want to move that trampoline, but sometimes it's tough to jump. It shoots up 2, and we gotta land on that moving platform. Luckily, the moving platform always is at the south, so when you're coming up here, just hold it down, and you'll end up on top of it. And we got this mystery owl that's going to give us a clue how to solve the orb puzzle below. And it'll say, below me red, my right red. Only I shall shine blue. So there's 4 orbs down here. So we know the bottom ones have to be red, and the one on the right has to be red. So everyone has to be red except for 1. Only I remain blue. And then we can solve all those conditions is have the orb on the upper left be blue. Because then the 2 orbs on the south are red, and the one to the right is red. Once we do that, the door up here will open. We can just jump over there with our Pegasus seeds and the Rock's cape. And we just gotta take out a few undead Stalfoses, and that'll get us the boss key. Then we backtrack into that room with all the stairs, and that's basically the room right before the boss. A short bit of backtracking, and the boss is going to be the last redone boss from the original Legend of Zelda. It'll be the Dragon Gleeok. He's not a 4-headed Gleeok like he was. Well, there was a 2-headed Gleeok at the end of level 4, 3-headed Gleeok in the middle of level 6, and a 4-headed Gleeok at the end of level 8. In the original Legend of Zelda, the first quest. This one is just going to be a 2-headed Gleeok, but he's going to have a new form. Like I said, all these bosses are kind of been redone, reimagined. So the initial Gleeok, he only shot like single fireballs. You see this one here, the redone one, shoots a triple fireball, and then it shoots a fireball that splits. And then once you defeat the heads, rather than have the whole Gleeok be defeated, it turns into a zombie Gleeok. And he just runs around, and when he jumps, if you're on the ground, when he lands, he stuns you. Kind of like Roy Koopa and Ludwig Koopa in Super Mario Bros. 3. So you just want to use the Rock's cape to jump off the ground when he's jumping, and you won't get stunned. We defeat him, and we get another Essence of Nature. 1 more to go. Let's see what the Mako Tree has to say. Say, Maverick, the seed of life has given me new strength, now for the last essence of nature. But this time, I saw no dreams, so I rely on you, Maverick. It is somewhere in Holodrum. Good luck. Well, that's somewhere. Basically, you just have to look at your map and see there's one section of the map that we haven't really explored. So that's where we'll be heading in the next episode. We'll also be heading to the Hero's Cave to finally finish that off. So take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye.